Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Elder Chronicle Echoes of Blood. This is episode 3, like Curious Static. So let's meet our curious vampires, starting with Avery.
Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm Avery. We're at Avery DuBois on all the social media platforms. I style myself as something of an internet personality. And today, and maybe every day, I will be playing Adonais, the Hand of God.
Thank you. Az?
Well, hey there, everybody. I'm Az, or as I was on the social media, because I think I'm funny. And today, I will be playing the Elder Sumisi Vio.
Luna?
Hi, I'm Luna, or Druid by Night. You can find me at Druid by Night on all the social medias. Today, I will be playing the Banu Hakim Elvira Perez de Lada.
Rachel?
Hello, everybody. I'm the Azure Butterfly, or Azure for short, or simply Rachel. And this time zone, I'm going to be playing the Nosferatu, Melita Wallenberg.
And last but not least, Ramos.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gilbert Ramos, aka Ramos the Nomad, on all the social medias. I'm CEO and founder of Rolling Moments, and tonight I have the pleasure of playing the Gangrel Karak.
Thank you. As always, this is a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition actual play. We've gone over our safety and consent, but please check in with yourselves, as your well-being is important to all of us who are playing. All the content warnings for this game will be down in the description below. So if you all are ready, lass uns anfangen, and let's return this time to Berlin. For Kindred, the 21st century is paradox. No longer do vampires dwell in castles or crypts. Instead, they haunt apartments, office towers, and server farms, feeding off the arteries of the metropolis as much as its people. They are parasites adapted to a host that is constantly mutating. The old ways, personal dominion and sacred tradition, grind against the new reality of surveillance, subculture, and decentralized power. Technology makes secrecy more fragile than ever, and yet it also drowns them in noise. Cameras watch every street corner, but mortals are so addicted to the glow in their palms that they rarely lift their eyes. The endless flood of data, feeds, and signals becomes camouflage because kindred are everywhere, yet nowhere. Their presence hums at the edge of mortal perception, not loud enough to be named, but insistent enough to be felt. The Masquerade is not only their shield, it is their distortion field, bending human attention away from the impossible truth that predators walk beside them. Like curious static, that is how the kindred exist in the modern nights. At least, that is how Lily has explained it to you all, this idea of a masquerade, of hiding in plain sight, being wary to never reveal your true nature lest armor-clad agents of these modern nations eliminate you in seconds with hardly even a sweat broken. Perhaps she's fearful because she's so weak, but of course you all feel weak. You do not even remember what it was like to be this, frankly, unimpressive compared to your unlives before. So perhaps Lily's words have merit. It's something all of you consider as the sun rapidly begins to rise, and you take shelter in this derelict tenement home high in the sky, several stories off of the flat ground. It's at least well protected against the sun, so as all of you close your eyes to the day, one of you, Adonais, as you lay down with your coterie, if that's what we will call them, you don't feel the pull that you have felt for centuries. You instinctively know that the sun is above the horizon, that it is just beyond these blackout curtains surrounding you, and yet you don't feel the compulsion to sleep. How does that make you feel?
I think Adonais will look over his... He's loath to call them a coterie at this point, but he's Cainites. What slept through the centuries with him. With an axe in one hand, I think the thought crosses his mind that perhaps the responsible thing to do is just to cleave open the windows and let in the sun, but then he'd be alone in this task.
As you contemplate that and look around the room, now it is dark in here, but from the crack of the door that leads into the main part of this home, you see one of those electric lamps, as Lily calls them, not out of tallow or whale fat or anything like that. You see that one of those electric lamps is still on.
Adonais will take one last look at probably Melita's crumpled form. Shake the thought from his mind and open the door.
You open the door, and you see that Lily didn't go and lay down with the rest of you. She gave you the only bedroom here. She called this a one-bedroom apartment, whatever that means. She's in the middle of this living room. She's got a bunch of blankets around her. She has one single light on next to her, and she's looking at her phone. She's also drinking out of a flask not made out of leather, but made out of metal. And as she swigs it, you can smell blood.
Are you still parched, Lily?
She seems startled to hear a voice. No. Shouldn't you be sleeping? Why aren't you sleeping?
I don't know. But I'm not yet tired. My inevitable death staved off just a little bit longer.
I mean, I know some thin bloods like me who can stay awake during the day. For the rest of us, and she takes the flask and sort of jingles it at you, we have friends who can make stuff like this.
What is it?
If I drink it, it lets me stay awake for an hour or two before I have to succumb, as they say.
Have you ever seen a true K-Knight resist?
Seen? No, but I have heard stories. There was a woman who used to help people like me, and the mortals too. Her name was Marika. She was like you, and she indicates to your forehead. She was very humane, and people would talk, and they said that she could almost walk in the sun if she wanted. But I don't think that's true.
I saw the sun once. I stood in its glow for a moment. It's possible. My sire, my mentor, my nemesis. He spoke of a path called the Golconda, a release from the need for blood.
Boy, there's a thin blood here who would just love to talk to you, but I hear he's doing other things now. Not super concerned about hanging out with the rest of us.
It's true. Golconda.
I've heard a lot of things. When I was first made, people talked. They thought the person who made me, if they were killed, I would turn back to being a human, or...
I think Adonais will reach down and take her hand and press it to his chest to feel that slow, impossibly slow heartbeat.
She smiles, and she takes your hand and puts it against her heart.
It's possible. It's not just possible. It's real, and it's difficult. And it could consume your life getting there.
She removes your hand from her heart and sort of waggles her phone at you. And she says, "This is the only thing that I care about." And she's watching videos of her son.
I had sons once.
You said.
I can't recall their faces or their names. I envy you. To be able to carry a living memory. God tells us not to envy, but in a moment between the two of us, at the moment of my death, I truly have no idea if the host will descend from heaven, or if my mother's Valkyries will come for me.
I've heard worse stories. I hope it's one of those two for you. Adonaith. Berlin is a very dangerous place. Maybe your time was more dangerous. I assume it must have been. You had actual monsters walking the earth, actual gods. But Berlin is very dangerous. Very.
I understand. And as touching as your concern is, Lily, I was one of those gods and monsters. All of them sleeping in there. You don't know what you found in that tomb in Nuremberg. But I can tell you if you want to know.
I'd like to hear more about it. And she shakes the flask and she says, I always drink more than Titus tells me to. Even though he says it won't work. I want to stay awake as long as possible just to see my son.
Sorry, I had one more question. Your heart beats.
Mm-hmm.
Can you heal your body the way we do?
Nope. I get sick sometimes. I get infections from these germs. If I break a bone, I have to wait 6 weeks or more for it to heal. Birth was horrible.
And you still find a way to hold on. You'll just tap the edge of the phone.
She hands it to you. You can stay out here if you like. Don't search anything vampire related. Promise me.
Even when I was in my prime, I had relatively little interest in others of my kind.
I'm gonna lay down. You can lay down here if you want.
I think he'll just sit down beside her for a moment and put a hand on her face and just look at her. You are a miracle, child.
She doesn't respond.
Sleep now.
No, Adonaith. Do you do anything with that phone? The video of her son is still playing.
I think he'll watch the video a few times.
Can you make me a wits and occult roll?
Sure.
2 successes. You feel your eyes drawn to that child. Even though things in the video would also interest you, like this video is obviously shot by someone else because it's shot during the day. So seeing the way the trees look in the sunlight, seeing the reflection of the sun through stained glass. There's pieces of stained glass and wherever this place is, where her son is, or Nathaniel is. But all you can look at is her son. And you, with that 2 successes, you would know that even through this device that you're holding, the presence that is inherent to his blood is reaching out to you through it.
Clever creature. I think after probably 7 or 8 times of watching the video loop, I think curious if his old home still stands.
Be specific.
He will start bumbling through the now spellings of cities in Ireland. Dublin, Donegal. The places that he lived with his sons and with his father. And slowly descends down the rabbit hole of centuries of Irish oppression. And I think when the day does finally claim him, it's in a state of not just frustration, but the sons of his sons of his sons. But there's the briefest glimmer of hope as he sees talks of Irish Reformation and the leaving of England to the wayside.
Well, Adonai, in addition to being able to stay up an hour after the sun comes up, you could also rise an hour earlier. So this search can take place along that period. If you roll me a straight wits roll, see if you learn anything else. And also I need a rouse check. For everyone else, rouse checks please as you awake in your own little room. Your hunger is wherever it was at when we left off. 3 for Adonai, okay? Get right to that.
Hunger 3.
All right.
Fail.
I remain at 1.
1.
I'm at 3.
Okay, perfect. Perfect reason for Karak and Elvira to go off on their own. And Melita?
I believe I'm at 3 now.
Oh, and Melita. Everybody wakes up a little bit hungry. Now, all of you are not necessarily used to this particular sensation. You're not, because the way things used to be, you're not necessarily used to waking up feeling extra hungrier than when you went to your day sleep, but you do. And all of you feel the snarling of your beast rising up into your chest, blooming in your throat and just behind your tongue. You are getting hungry. I'll give you a minute when you wake up to discuss with each other this new world you're living in, but Adonai, with your 3 successes, you are able to determine that not only did the line of MacNeil continue, of course they're not high kings in Ireland anymore, you learn very quickly that Ireland has a president now, and are part of something called the European Union, of which the country that you're in currently is also a part of, and actually is the leader of the European Union. However, you would learn that you're searching for MacNeil led you to a locals page, and you discovered that there is a MacNeil living here in the city. Her name is Isolde MacNeil.
Is there a place where I can find this woman?
You don't have an address, because Germany has something called Datenschutz, where you have to actually go and get permission to see it. But you could maybe ask some people around if they know an Isolde. It is an Irish name, but it's you wouldn't know it's pronounced differently here, but it is an Irish name. Irish first name and last name.
Right. Isolde. I'm familiar.
But as you wake up, you go back into the room with your compatriots as you hear them stirring. And you all may have a moment together as you all wake up in this strange place, in this strange time, in this strange world, in these strange clothes. Vio, when you wake up, first instinctively you feel your face. You feel that it has gone back to normal. Or normal.
Whatever the nearest blanket is,
Yeah.
Vio has cocooned themselves in it. And let's.
That's a rouse check and protein and resolve, I believe.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Everyone
rouse
else may,
check.
though, have a conversation while Vio hides under the... You all watch Vio hide under a blanket, and just you see this motion going on under the blanket.
Well, sleep like the dead, did we?
Always.
Is that not
You
what we
rose
are?
early.
Oh, it's certainly what you are.
Did you
You
not
rose
sleep?
early.
Aye. And went into that good night late.
Everyone besides Vio, who's busy playing under the blankets. Yes, Vio, that you can correctly manipulate your face to look the way that you want it. Everyone else, roll me wits and occult, please. Including Adonai. And while you all think really hard, Vio's squish, and you just hear like the sounds of like squish noises.
It's squish, crunch, crack, squish, crunch, crack.
Or he's like, "Don't look at me, I'm hideous." 6.
3.
Nothing, Karak. Karak's like, "I'm hungry. I don't fucking
I'm
care."
hungry. I'm pissed. What are we doing?
Shut up. Yes.
Aren't you always pissed?
Yeah, Elvira, yes.
3.
Okay, so the only person who would know what this is Melita. You've heard these because course, Baba Yaga knew everything, obviously. You heard stories of Canaanites who had achieved such high levels of humanity. They were so close to being human, or such righteous, holy, good vampires, that they actually started to become more human, in the sense where they could stay awake during the day and could even consume food. You heard.
Melita's gonna kind of like skulk over to Adnaeus and kind of just look him over, and she's gonna say, "You've come closer to humanity, haven't you?"
The hand of God must know its creation.
I'm curious, does your heart beat too?
If you get close enough to find out, you may find yourself without a head, Wallenberg.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Your flesh is pallid, Kurok.
Find myself particularly famished this evening.
Not up to the task of hunting in the city, are you?
One thing hasn't changed, and that's the hunt.
Perhaps not.
I too find myself a little hungry.
Yes, we should hunt.
Nothing is holding you here.
Do you not hunger?
I hunger when I choose to.
Somehow I'm not sure that's how it works.
Everything is a choice. Even the choice to be a sycophant.
Pompous.
Vio, what was your hunger? I'm so sorry.
Oh, I got a 10 on my roll, so I'm still
nice.
at 1 with my crunching, cracking, and blanket wiggling.
Perfect. So as you're having this conversation, you hear a knock on the door, and it is Philly. She's like, "Good evening, everyone. Everyone sleep okay?"
Like the dead.
Yep. So I need to go meet with my friend to see when Elysium is happening, for you all to introduce yourself to the Prince Kasim. As far as I know, my friend made sure to let everyone know. It's sort of a chain of command thing. It's complicated, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't know. They just, branded me and whatever. It's not important. So I'm gonna go meet him, and then we'll find out when Elysium is, and then we'll go. And we'll maybe spend some time in the city, get you acclimated, so you're not quite so like a fish out of water.
Allow me to attend you.
Me?
Aye.
Oh, you don't have to. I mean, I grew up in the city. I'm fine.
My odes of chivalry demand it.
Oh boy. Well,
Yes.
in the year that we're in, women can do anything. They can even be president. Our chancellor was, well, not the one we have now, but our old chancellor was like maybe the best leader in Europe for like 20 years.
I think you misunderstand. I'm sure you can do whatever it is you wish in this modern world, but the chivalric oaths do not deal with control, but rather safety and honor.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no. You could probably kill me with a flick of your wrist. So I'm just trying to help you understand the way things are now. I'm sure it's all very confusing to all of you.
Yes, well, be that as it may, I would also like to attend you, if only to find a suitable hunting ground.
Sure. What do you like?
Blood.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Well, most thick bloods, Canaanites, have certain types or flavors, or they have a particular palate. Do you have one? Thin bloods don't have one.
I suppose those I can extort. I have a talent for it.
Like, okay. Sure. Yeah, we'll find someone who needs something from you. Sure, no problem.
How do you make this stop? And Vio has had that phone that they stole off the woman, and it hasn't been charged, so it's got like the flashing like 10% battery left going on. And it is just like pointing to the map. How far away is this? And it's the island that Vio looked up.
Oh, yeah. She takes the phone and she sort of digs around in something and pulls out a power bank. Not that you know what that is. And plugs it in. You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there.
Why do I not want to go there? You pretend to know my mind better than me.
Oh, it's forbidden.
Forbidden.
Yep. If you, and I assume you are, I mean, maybe you're not, I don't know. The prince of the city forbade it. Like, not this particular one, like the old one, but he's never, like, said, like, he's changing that rule. That's Dragon's Island. Or, well, the humans call it the Faueninsel, Peacock Island, but that's Dragon's Island, and nobody goes there.
If you'll recall, I said I bowed to no one.
I do, but here's the thing. Anyone who goes there doesn't come back. And there's sort of like a boogeyman story where everyone says if Dragon ever leaves the island and steps foot on the mainland, Kindred die.
Adonais will reach out and put a hand on Lily's shoulder. It's all right.
I just don't want you to get hurt. I'm just giving you the information. I'm not going to go. Please don't make me go.
Loyalty is an admirable trait. This, dragon. Do you know their blood?
I wouldn't even begin to know how to answer that question.
Vio.
Did they not teach you where you come from?
Nope. I'm a thin blood. Didn't I mention that?
You did.
My blood comes from nothing and no one. Every thin blood is different, unique. I know who sired me, which is why I can't take you to Elysium myself, and I won't be going with you. But, yeah.
Go, Vio. I hope you find what you're looking for.
A direction. It doesn't say. Because Vio can't read the map. Just looked up the one little, like, translated sentence of Peacock.
It's southwest from here. If you follow the river that runs, the canals, the river that runs through Berlin, if you follow it to where the water comes from, you'll find it.
I always liked the canals. Thank you.
Sure.
And Vio leaves.
I do think that having little else to offer, Adonais will at least follow Vio into the next room. Many of my gifts began to rot in our sleep. But if you need healing, if she needs healing, he'll just nod. Step back into the room with everyone else.
The only question I have for you, Vio, before we check in with you in a little bit, is do you feed to 0? Now, there's only one way for you to do it, because you have Methuselah's thirst, but do you attempt to do it? Because you don't know that.
No, I don't think Vio tries it just yet. Because Vio's still in that weird in-between spot of this is how my brain used to work with the path of metamorphosis. And now we have these squishy feelings again.
You watch Lily watch Vio leave, and Lily looks genuinely concerned. I think all of you Canaanites would know the colloquial term dragon to mean Smeetsy, exactly like Vio. So you would assume that whatever is on that island is someone like VO, so maybe they're fine. But eventually Lily turns back around and she says, well, I need to go meet my friend. You can come with me if you want. I would prefer to talk to him alone. I didn't say I was bringing people, and he's kind of a loner and also suspicious of everyone.
Whatever prattling you need to do with your companion, you can do in your privacy. I desire the hunt.
Okay, perfect. Well, follow me. Also, Adanath, could I have my phone back?
It's on the leash.
Excuse me?
He'll point to the charger in the wall.
Oh, well, you figured out how to use the charger. That's great. You're gonna do fine here.
I thought that, like other pets, it was supposed to go on a rope.
However you remember to do that is fine. That's fine. And she unplugs it and puts it in her phone. And you watch her scroll to a couple of pictures, and she kisses her phone and then puts it in her back pocket.
Danath will shoulder the duffel bag that has his battle axe in it, and he'll look over to Elvira. Do you have your accoutrement?
I do. I see you found a way to hide yours.
It's a bag.
Well, if you need to be invisible.
Might take you up on that in the future. Do you need to eat Nosferatu?
Yes, I'm a little famished myself. Use a little bite.
Then let's find suitable hunting grounds for the three of you.
Mm-hmm.
I can
That's-
find my own meal. I don't need you to find it for me.
I can see that by the terrifying animal that you bear as the crest blazoned upon your breastplate.
Do well to remember it, and I will step out on my own.
So, as you all walk, I need Luna
Yes.
to roll me strength or manipulation and intimidation, whichever's higher for you. I need Rachel to roll me intelligence and investigation. And I need Ramos to roll me dexterity or charisma and streetwise, whichever's higher for you. 4, 5. Damn. All right. So, as you are walking through the streets of Berlin, of course, everything here is harsh and colorful and loud and hard. Everything is concrete. There's no soft earth beneath your feet, Karak. There is not enough shadows, Melita or Elvira, because everything is colorful and lit up with these electronic lights that seem to be on no matter what time of night it is. And of course, there are people absolutely everywhere, talking and drinking in their strange manner and dress. They are completely unfearful of the night. So, let me ask you, Elvira. You see someone panhandling on the street. This is someone you could extort for blood. Tell me your approach to them.
I will ask Lily to borrow whatever currency that is used in the modern knights. And stride up to this person. Or stride close to this person. Is there like an alleyway nearby?
There's always an alleyway nearby.
Excellent. Excellent. In that case, I will kind of whistle to get their attention and kind of flash the money.
They're sitting on a blanket. They just have a cup out.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I'll flash the money and kind of jerk my head to the alley.
He looks at you and he says, "Ja, wie sonst? Why should I go to the alley?"
Because this is what you need.
You just put it in my cup, like everyone else.
Or you could come over here You won't get it if you don't.
Are you saying you have more?
Yes.
He just sort of throws his hands up and walks into the alley.
As soon as he gets into the cover of as much darkness as there could possibly be in this godforsaken city, I'll push him up against the wall with my hand against his mouth and feed.
Okay. Do you take all of it?
Yes.
Okay. Drink all of his blood. You're going to give yourself 3 stains, and you are not going to remove yourself to 0 hunger. You still feel the beast within you. Now, this is strange, Elvira. You've killed before. Wasn't something you did often, but you feel like you deserved a little treat. You've had a terrible time. With this man's death, you feel an affection on your humanity. You're not sure if it's negative, and you're not sure if it's positive. Not yet. But you feel like it could go either way. As you look down at his body, and you still feel like you could eat, which is odd. So I need 2 things from you. I need a remorse roll, which for you is a little bit higher than everyone else. You just have 1 dice to roll.
Okay.
If you get a failure, you drop down to 5 humanity. Become my obvious predator girly again. Which we love.
Success.
So you do not drop in humanity, but instead you feel exceptional remorse. This man was obviously someone who of meager means, who had no way of earning a living for himself, whatever his circumstances were, and you pulled him into an alley and you murdered him. And now he will never have a life better than this. He's dead. And you feel bad about that, which is odd. And as you contemplate that, Melita, who do you profile?
I think her mind kind of wanders back to when she was alive, the people who used to torment her, those who were kind of hoity, more holier than thou kind of energy about them. And I think she's going to try to see if she can find anybody who's like looking down on others lower than them.
Absolutely. So before Elvira went and went after this beggar you saw on the street, you watched Elvira go toward them. You saw that someone had passed him earlier when he had held out his cup for money. Someone who looked like they had tons of money. He was wearing a band of gold around his wrist. And he looked down at him and he spit into his cup and kept walking.
Yeah, I think she's just going to have a flash of her history. And she's going to, I would say probably as Elvira's moving, she's going to, like the second Elvira crosses in front of her, she's going to obfuscate and pursue him. Follow him.
Well, you can make me a wits and obfuscate roll, please. Or, excuse me, a wits and stealth roll is what I meant to say.
That's only 3 dice for me.
I know, I kneecapped you. Because I mean. You have willpower, don't worry.
But I can't re-roll hunger dice.
No, you cannot.
So that's...
Is it 0 success?
Hunger dice?
Is it 0 successes?
It's 2 successes.
2 successes is more than enough. So, it's a stealth roll, Melita. So what I'm asking for here is not if you're going to catch him, is how stealthy you're going to be while doing it. But you are perfectly stealthy. You sneak up behind him. You are obfuscated. You weave in and out through the crowd of people who are walking against you, and you grab him by the collar, break your obfuscate, and pull him into the alley, much like Elvira did, and you begin feeding on him. He sees your monstrous face just for a moment before you sink your fangs into his neck.
Oh, she's gonna grin when he sees her face.
How much do you take?
All of it.
All right. So, kill him, drain all the blood from his body, and as you drop him unceremoniously to the ground, not caring too much about the masquerade, either of you, because whatever, you're gonna give yourself 3 stains. And you are still hungry. Can I get... Now, I need from you, I believe it's the same, a remorse roll.
Just one die?
No, you get 2 dice.
Huh?
You're already at 5.
1 success, 1 fail.
Okay, all you need is just 1 success. So as you look down at him, of course he was a shitty person, but now you look at him and you realize you've taken away his chance of ever becoming anything other than the worst person that he ever knew. You have taken away that chance from him. You've cut off his life, and it feels bad. You don't feel good about this decision you've made. And on top of that, you are still hungry. And I'll let you contemplate that, Karak. With your predator type, you are looking for someone who's not local to the area. You're looking for someone who seems to be traveling. And the easiest way to detect when someone's traveling is they're wearing a backpack. Now, Karak doesn't necessarily know that Europeans, like myself, although I'm not European, use backpacks on a regular basis, that like women carrying purses is like for fancy events, but otherwise women carry backpacks to carry all their shit in. So you say like, oh, well, he has a pack, so clearly he's a traveler of some kind. And you pick out one young man who, he does seem to be sightseeing though. He does seem to be pointing out different things, but he has a backpack with him slung over one shoulder. And he's dressed pretty like, he's wearing a lot of linen and a lot of loose clothing. So obviously he's going somewhere hotter than here. And what is your approach to this? Now, Karak's not a stealth guy. He's not a charisma guy. So what is your approach to this?
Karak is probably just going to approach and kind of block his path and eyeball him and just, where do you hail from?
Where do I hail from? Is this some sort of street performance?
Answer the question. I won't ask again.
I hail from America. That's not a place you've ever heard of.
America. I've never been. Come. Tell me about it. I want to put my arm around him and kind of force him to come with
Roll me a
in
strength and
darkness.
intimidation.
Absolutely. Be 4 successes.
Yeah, with 4 successes, you very easily, you hear the sound, the crunching sound of his shoulder being pulled too severely behind him as you are moving him into an alley. And he is starting to struggle, and he's saying, what the fuck, man? Get your fucking hands off me, you asshole.
I want to know what America tastes like, and then I'll bite into his throat.
You begin drinking from him. How much do you take, or you take all of it?
I will take everything.
All right. You drink America to its fullest extent, and you drop him unceremoniously on the ground. Rinse and rinse, lather, and repeat. It's like you all come from the same time period. And you still feel hungry, which is strange after you've consumed several liters of blood out of his body. And you're also going to take 3 stains for this. And as you stare down at his body, it's almost like I've done this before. I need you to roll me 1 die, please.
Failure.
Failure. So you're going to drop down to 5 humanity. You don't feel bad about killing him. You're hungry, and you are a beast. And beasts hunt prey. And he was clearly prey. He didn't fight back hard enough, so he deserved to die. But what is a problem is that you are still hungry.
Karak will spit some of the remnants of blood onto the corpse he's left and say, America tastes vapid and thin. And then give him a kick as he leaves.
Perfect. Adonaiah, while all that is going on, you are with Lily. Your compatriots have gone off to hunt. And Lily is sort of nervously waiting by this tunnel. And she's sort of got her hands folded together, and she's very, very nervous. And you're not entirely sure why. But eventually she looks up at you and she says, so, who's McNeil?
I was. Once.
Oh, I knew a McNeil once.
What was their name?
Oh, well, we grew up together in the same home. That's not exactly true. I was older than her, but I knew her when she was little, and I've sort of kept tabs on her off and on. But, her name's Isolde.
Could you help me find her?
Oh, sure. She lives, when we have time. She lives in Wedding. She has...
We'll make time.
Yes, I mean after I talk to my friend. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be rude.
I'm not used to feeling impatient.
Oh. I guess you wouldn't, huh? You have so much time.
I have lived longer than any of my companions. I am most likely the eldest of my kind.
Yeah, I mean, yours are really, really rare. Really rare. Even rarer than the Ravnos.
The travelers yet live.
Yeah, they almost didn't. Something weird happened in the 90s where they all started eating each other. I don't know, it was very strange.
I had many that I would have considered friend amongst their number. And still, the witches endure.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I had to make a ranking list, which would be weird for me to do, but if I had to make a ranking list of the most numerous, they would definitely be way up there. The Toreador and the Ventru.
They stole their blood from us.
Really? What do you mean?
They were wizards once.
Like in Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, I think the definition of a wizard is somewhat unilateral.
Have you ever learned Lord of the Rings? I guess that's a joke. I know you haven't.
They were searching for immortality. And they stumbled upon us. They are called usurpers because they drank the founder of my clan, reducing us to a bloodline until we take everything back from them. Although I think God wouldn't like me to talk like that.
I'm not trying to be rude. I don't think God cares. I really, really don't.
No, but the All-Father might.
I think if there was any benevolent being looking out for us, they wouldn't let nearly half, 10% of all the horrible things that happen in this world happen. They would never go, free will's a good idea.
No. You're right. But we also don't do anything to make it better for ourselves, do we?
Well, that's a much longer conversation that I see Cassian, so I don't have time to have that conversation. And you see her walk over, and the person who appears, he almost appears out of shadow. You didn't see him or hear him walk up. He has a hoodie pulled up over his, or not that you would know, but like a cloak sort of pulled up over his head. He looks very much like he doesn't want to be here. And she mentioned that he's suspicious and strange and very introverted. And she walks over to him and she gives him a hug, which he does not reciprocate, but does not force her to break away from. Do you listen to the conversation with heightened senses, or do you walk over there?
I'll stand close enough to listen with heightened senses, no more, no less.
The conversation is very short and simple. He tells Lily that she shouldn't have come back here, that she needs to leave as quickly as possible. And Lily agrees that she does, but she explains in very short detail what has happened and why she needs to know when Elysium is. Cassian eventually doesn't want to hear any more of her explanation. He doesn't seem to care. And he informs her that it will be in exactly 4 hours. That the prince has been made aware that there are guests in the city, and he is planning on making the Elysium very grand in order to facilitate a positive welcoming for you. And Lily hugs him again, and you see almost a twitch where he wants to reciprocate but doesn't, but instead moves her away from himself and tells her to go home.
Before departing the body,
Mhm.
maybe in a sense of embarrassment at the sensation that she's feeling that she's not quite sure about yet now, I think I would like to use ashes to ashes. It's not about the masquerade.
Absolutely.
It's about,
Absolutely. I unfortunately I believe ashes to ashes is still a rouse check for some fucking reason. It is. Even though it's a level 1 power, I don't know why it's fucking
Success.
rouse check. Okay. So you don't get any hungrier, and yes. So we will say that Melita, as you are destroying this corpse, Karak and Elvira meet up with you. And that is what you come upon is Melita making a corpse into a pile of ashes. And Elvira, you would have noticed as you met up with Karak that he seems far more predatory than he did just a few moments ago. He seems more like Melita.
She'll look at Karak as they approach each other, and then she'll look down at the body being destroyed, raise an eyebrow, say, I'd say that's pretty useful for this masquerade we're supposed to keep.
Yes, the masquerade, of course. That's why I did this.
I
Nice.
don't care enough to ask what another reason might be. What I do care, though, is if you could, perhaps in exchange for something, take care of mine.
Mhm. What do you have to offer?
My skills as an assassin, for one.
Sure. Why not?
So is that, are you saying that Elvira is offering a boon to Melita for doing this?
A minor boon.
Okay. So you roll specific about it. So Melita, need another rouse check.
Man, imagine if I just got hungrier.
Well,
You got a minor
that's
boon.
why
out
I'm
of it.
asking if you're getting a boon out of it or not.
Success. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So you also decompose Melita's. Karak, do you mention yours?
Absolutely not. I will give this Nosferatu nothing.
Now, okay, question, curiosity. This didn't satisfy as much as it might have before. Is that the same for either of you?
It would seem
I'm hungry
the
still.
yes, it would seem the years of slumber have left me wanting.
Unfortunate.
What I will say for the city is that it is large and filled with people. We hunger still, then we can hunt again.
All of you, wits and occult. What did you roll, Karak? Nothing. Shocking. It was like,
Who could
America
have seen
tastes
this?
bad.
America tastes like shit, gang.
That's what Karak
Jesus.
talks like now.
7 on a crit.
Melita, again, only Melita, you remember when you drank the people in the crypt when you first woke up, they were all supposedly thin bloods. You filled yourself to full satiation.
I see, I think. When I awoke, I drained the one who disturbed me completely and utterly, and then I felt satisfied then, but not now. And the one who awoke me was one of those thin bloods. Maybe we can only satiate from something not human.
Fortuitous that we go into an Elysium then.
Right. I'm curious if there's any of my kind there. I would very much like to meet them.
As all of you head back over to Adonaith, Lily turns back to you, and you can see that she has tears in her eyes. And she watched Cassian walk away a lot longer than you would have expected. But she puts on a smile for you, and she says, the Elysium's in a few hours, so you have a few hours to, explore the city. Whatever you want to do, we'll do. Go find Isolde and wedding, or, whatever. It's fine.
We should find the woman. But there's something I need to speak with you about. Your child.
What about him?
You know his strengths are reaching through that phone of yours.
I don't know what you mean.
Your boy, he wields the powers of presence.
Like the Toreador?
Aye.
That's not possible. His father didn't have those abilities, and I certainly don't.
It is not only possible, but it is what's happening. Your child is life created from death.
And as the three of you approach, as you hear Adonaiah talking about a child created out of death, Lily just turns around and she says, I can't deal with any more weird things right now. I'm trying to babysit a bunch of like 1,000-year-old vampires, and I appreciate you telling me, but I'm like 5 minutes away from mental breakdown, and I don't know what you want me to do with this information. And you can tell, and the tears that she was holding back talking to Cassian start flowing.
Did you make our gracious host weep, Adonaiah?
Such is the grace of God.
Look at that, you still have some bite to you.
And it seems you've bitten off not enough. Your flesh is still pallid.
It's true, I hunger still. But the city is full.
We've had a little bit of a discovery of sorts, it seems.
You smell of death.
Of course I do, I just ate. But it seems well, of course, gonna look around, making sure nobody can hear us because of the masquerade.
The only people who seem to be around there's people in the tunnel who seem to be cooking food or something.
It seems only non-humans can fill.
Perhaps God has finally blessed you to do some worthy work.
As if our mission wasn't worthy enough.
Perhaps not.
Yeah, and so Lily sort of wipes the tears away from her eyes and folds her arms across herself. So about your work, if you want to talk about getting into where the witch is, apparently she's not here right now, but she's usually in that building over there, and she points to this strange, perfectly gray and square building that's literally just across the street from where you are. If you want to talk about strategy or anything about her, you want to talk to them in the tunnel, and she points to the people who are cooking. Anything else you want to see? Anything else you want to do in the city? Just let me know. I'll point you in that direction until Elysium. It's in 4 hours. Everyone else who's now here.
Is that enough time to get to wedding?
Yeah, sure is. About 20 minutes from here.
I dare say it would be enough time to siege her fortress.
She's not there.
Patience, Karak. We need strategy, as Lily said.
Yeah, and like I said, talk to the Thin Bloods. They know everything there is to know about that place, and as far as I understand, she has blood wards on it that keep out werewolves and vampires and every fucking thing else. Ghosts, whatever.
See, more information than we had 5 minutes ago. Come. Now I start to walk down the tunnel.
And you should all know that me being here, have been officially told I am not welcome in the city. So, every minute that I'm here, the Scourge could come and kill me at any moment.
If you want to choose the path of cowardice, by all means, but you're welcome to walk where you please when you walk with us.
Sure. It doesn't matter. My problems don't matter. I know. I'm used to it.
Take me to wedding.
Okay. Who else wants to go to wedding? It's a district. It's not an actual wedding.
I ascertained as much. No, I will stay on task, and I will kind of pass a look over at Anaya.
I will also stay.
Enjoy your vacation alone.
Do not begrudge a dog its leash. I'll expend one last look at Karak.
Careful now, Lily. You may want to take Melita up on her offer if you're going to walk with that one. I doubt he'd be able to protect you where you go.
There is nowhere on this planet that a thin blood can go and be safe. But thanks. And that is where we're going to pause for our break. Welcome back to Echoes of Blood. This is episode 3 of Like Curious Static. The coterie have fed, killed, felt remorse, or not, and they have all split up again. But one of the coterie left early on, and that was Vio. They wanted to go to Peacock Island for reasons I'm sure only they know. And Vio, as you travel through the city of Berlin, of course, you experience the same thing as your compatriots. Everything is loud and noisy and busy, and there seems to always be people out, no matter what time of night it is. They don't seem to be afraid of you, even though you have these markings on your face. No one seems to think that that's strange. In fact, a few people have given you a thumbs up or have even taken pictures of you as you've walked by. They think it's some sort of performance art or you're some sort of going to some sort of show. Some people have come up and asked you what show you're performing in. What answer have you given them, if any?
Vio tells them to go away.
Okay, perfect. And they just go, so cool, so geil, and they keep walking. And eventually you follow the canals, the river, as Lily told you, and you come to a clearing, and you see it's an extremely large lake here. And you can see across from it, it's quite a distance. You could swim it, probably. It would take a little while, but you could. To the island over there.
I would like to use... I need something that can go a little bit faster than me and do some surveillance.
Okay, well, let me be more specific in what I mean. You have consanguineous sense, right? Now, you're quite a distance away here, so if you just roll me 2 dice and let me know your successes.
Yes.
I'd like to know if you're close enough to be able to tell.
That's a messy crit.
Yeah. So as you stand in this clearing and look out to the island in the distance, you can smell Stravka's blood, the blood of your sire, on the wind. And it makes you hungrier. Please increase your hunger.
Okay. It was nice to be at one for a while.
Sure.
A time.
And as you stand there looking around, you hear something squawking. And you recognize, actually, the squawk because you had one about 1,000 years ago in the villa. It was a gift from the Emperor to his nephew, Theo, and you were living with the soon-to-be Emperor at the time.
Yeah.
You were his concubine, for all intents and purposes.
Mm-hmm.
And he had one. This one was regular, let's say, or average looking. It was green with beautiful feathers. Of course, it was a male because the males are the pretty ones. But this one is completely white with red eyes. Kind of like you.
So Vio looks at it, and it's that similarity where that's now Vio's.
Mm-hmm.
Where this is mine now. And kind of it gets closer to the ground and tries to beckon it over.
Uh-huh. Roll me charisma and animalism and make me 1 rouse check.
1, 2, 3. That is 4 successes.
And your rouse check?
Oh. I'm at 3 hunger!
Perfect. Well, we'll deal with that in just a second. The peacock does come over to you with your 4 successes, and you prick your finger and let it drink a little bit of your blood. And as it drinks your blood, it gets a little greedy, and it actually bites into your finger, drinks more. And that increases, and the bite startles you, and it also increases your hunger. So now you're sitting at 3 hunger, but this peacock is bonded to you. And with Feral Whispers, that doesn't require a rouse check anymore because it's your famulus, and it says to you, delicious.
I think it would be easier if you had fangs.
I don't think I want them.
Are you the only one out here? We used to have to get you from far away.
Well, I think I was supposed to be delivered over there, and it juts its long neck towards the island. But, something has gone wrong, or someone didn't pick me up, so I've just been here. There are many earthworms to eat. Delicious. But not as delicious as your blood.
That's so sweet. I know what hunger is. At least I do now. So where have you been? Just right here, or where did you get lost at?
And Vio's asking to kind of see if there's like a way that's closer to get to the island.
Well,
Or-
a man in a mask took me from the zoo. And I think he was going to bring me over there, but instead, something was wrong, and he walked across the water to the island.
The zoo.
Oh, it's where humans put animals like me so they can look at us, because we are so beautiful.
I'll have to look into that. Walk across the water.
Can you roll me a wits and awareness, please, Via?
Uh-huh. 3 hunger. Oh god, this is not a good roll for Vio. Vio. Ooh. I would that's no, we're not gonna be spicy and rouse the blood and hit 4 of this. We'll save that for later. 3.
You suddenly become aware that there's 2 men who are talking. They're just out of view. They seem to be behind one of the large bushes that is covering sort of the shore of the lake here. And they're talking to each other loudly.
I bet it's in German too, huh?
Yeah.
Vio's gonna get a little bit closer with my new peacock.
They seem to be discussing plans to... strange, the words they're using you don't necessarily know, but from context, they seem to be planning an invasion of the island. That's what you can glean from context. They have machinery with them where they seem to be surveilling it somehow from all this distance away. And they're also not dressed for this type of activity. They're standing in the muck in very nice suits.
What do they smell like?
You can make me an intelligence and occult roll, or you can make me a wits and insight roll, depending on what exactly it is that you are looking for.
Not knowing exactly what's going on in the city, especially with what Lily had said about people who hunt us, as well as, you know, whatever it was she was going on about keeping things under wraps.
Then make me a wits and insight and add your dots on a call, which is just 1 dot. With 4 successes, you can determine that they are breathing, living creatures, people. However, they're using strange language that you walked in the city enough now to see how people talk. They're using what seems to be highbrow language. And whatever they're doing with this surveillance equipment, it seems to listen to their voice. The man speaks to the surveillance camera, tells it to zoom in, and it does. Tells it to take a picture, and it does. And he reaches his hand over it and pulls down almost a hologram or holographic, I can't describe it anyway for someone from the Middle Ages to understand, holographic image in his hand to look at it more closely.
All of this is out of Vio's knowledge base for sure.
For sure. You do hear one word that they say, that they continuously say. They continuously say, April will want to know this.
I wonder what kind of thing. Maybe it's another one of those little clubs that apparently we have now. But you said there's 2 of them?
Mm-hmm.
That equipment looks real nice. And it could be mine.
Sure.
But I also have little noodle arms. So is it possible to walk up and ask them how their evening is going so I can get their eyes on me?
Absolutely. Let me pull out my own dice.
Okay. Alright.
So you walk up to them. What do you tell the peacock to do?
I'm going to tell my peacock to stay right near the bushes.
Mhm.
And if anybody comes, scream.
Okay. So you walk up to him,
Mm-hmm.
and he looks you up and down, and he sort of puts a finger to his ear.
Don't do that.
Make me a charisma and dominate roll.
Uh-huh. I'm so good at this. Oh man. Charisma. It's a messy. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10 successes.
And this is just compel.
This is just
Perfect. So you say, don't do that. And he stops right before the finger touches his ear for whatever reason that was going to do. However, that only affects one person at a time. The other one, though, reaches up to his ear and goes, "We have a night creature by the Faueninsel. What would you like to do now?
I'm gonna eat that one.
You gonna turn around? All right, so that's a strength and brawl, please.
Okay. I got no successes on my 1 die.
Okay, perfect. So as you go and you jump for the man who who put in a call or touched his finger to his ear. I'm trying to do it in a way that Vio would understand the context of what's happening. He reaches out and he has something strange in his hand, something you've never seen before. It's silver in color. It's shiny and long. And as you reach out, he puts it right directly in your mouth. Tastes terrible.
Tastes terrible. Yeah.
And you're not sure what to do. Now I need to roll for one more person.
Okay.
I need you to take 3 points of aggravated damage,
Okay.
as whatever this is suddenly searing hot inside of your mouth. You feel bits of your skull and your brain drop down into the cavity of your neck. And you are suddenly extremely woozy, and you fall to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You are shorter than him, though, so it wasn't perfectly aimed. He didn't destroy your brain. But it's at that moment, as you're laying on the ground, as you fall to the ground and you look up, you see someone else is standing here, someone you didn't see. And he has the other man, the man you compelled, he's standing behind him. He appears suddenly out of nowhere, and he snaps his neck. You can heal, if you'd like.
Yeah.
Puppy.
3 rouse checks. I'm gonna hit 5 hunger.
Maybe.
I hit 5 hunger. I only
Perfect.
got 1 success.
Would you like to ride your beast?
Yeah.
Perfect. You
I'm
may
gonna rip this thing
remove...
apart.
You may remove that one... You may remove 1 aggravated damage. And you leap up off of the ground. And you grab onto his ankle. And you bite into the flesh of it. And you begin drinking. I assume that you want to drink everything.
Mm-hmm.
The ecstasy of the kiss does fall over him. There's nothing he could do about that at the moment. Anyway, he's also startled because his friend just got his neck broken. And as you drink his blood, it takes a moment for you to drink it all the way down. You may remove yourself to 0 hunger.
Nom 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 nom.
The person who broke the other man's neck, he reaches down and sort of holds a hand out to you. He's got very richly dark skin, and he's wearing a lot of cologne, maybe, and a purple undershirt. And he says, I'm sorry to have startled you, perhaps. I should maybe help you up out of the grass.
Theo's gonna reach up and taking him in. He's got a purple shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
He must be important.
He's got a turban on as well.
Oh,
A lot of jewelry.
thank you.
Yes. You are. My name is Akua. It is very nice to welcome you to Berlin. You are.
Vio. You can call me Vio.
It is very nice to meet you, Vio. And you see he pulls something out of his pocket, and it is a sprig of lavender. Well, I knew you would be here, but that's just because I see things before they happen most of the time. But I was already going to come here. I try to offer any, let's call it tribute to Dragon, so that they never step foot on the shore of the mainland.
And you offer lavender.
Indeed. The very few times that I have spoken to Dragon, they have told me of their fondness for the smell. I wear the perfume, and so I have always brought sprigs of lavender for when they walk across the water but never touch on the shore.
Dragon walks on the water.
They do. They skate, I should say. They make terrible storms when they are upset. But that hasn't happened in, maybe a year or so.
Vio was coming to the island with the idea of who this was, and none of this sounds like that person.
Wow.
I do not mean to be disrespectful or rude. I am very much a welcoming person into the city. However, I do believe, based on the conversation I heard before arriving, we should remove ourselves from the area. I believe more of these men will come, and as good as I am at sneaking up behind you and breaking your neck, I can't do it more than once. Just once a night.
You only break necks once a night. Is that what you're saying?
And Vio's looking at the equipment. Is any of it doing anything like the phone does with the beeping and
Nope,
the
everything seems to
static?
be off.
Can we leave this here?
I would prefer
will
not to
it?
touch it. I believe if you touch it, they'll get every information they can out of whatever you leave behind.
We should move.
Yes.
And Vio's gonna kind of click and whistle the way that peacocks do
Mm-hmm.
to get. I will eventually name this peacock. To come with them. And this Akua, who can see things, and therefore is important to someone with his purple. He's probably some sort of court something.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the structure is.
He doesn't ever touch you except for the time he helped you out of the grass, but he sort of talks to you. Have you ever had shisha?
Shisha. Yes.
Wonderful.
Maybe.
I have a bar where we can go smoke shisha. You want? You have some time before you have to be elsewhere.
I do. Yes.
And don't worry, animals are welcome in my place. My daughter, she always has her own menagerie.
Your daughter. Family business.
Yes, as I am a member of the family. Clan Hikata.
Is that a bloodline?
That is a much more complicated question that we should answer over shisha.
We will talk over shisha. Akua.
Wonderful.
Of the family Hakata.
Clan Hikata. We refer to ourselves as the family, but that's fine. We smoke hookah and we talk. Don't talk to Luisa, he says as he leads you away from the Peacock Island.
I'm just gonna pick up my peacock. Just kind of pet it, just being like, Louisa, what the fuck is a Hakata?
That's exactly the question. My 3 others. Elvira and Melita, you are in the tunnel at the moment. Karak has looked into the tunnel and has decided that it stinks and everyone in there smells and looks like a bunch of useless weaklings. But however has heard that the sound of what sounds like hitting meat over and over again. Sounds like someone's fighting nearby, so has gone to follow those sounds. But Elvira and Melita, you wander through these people, and Melita, you find a kinship with these Thin Bloods. They remind you of yourself, and that's strange. Maybe killing that man in the alley did something to you, but you feel a kinship that you haven't felt in such a long time. You remember yourself as a mortal, being hated by everyone around you, even though you were useful, even though you could concoct things, make poultices, heal people. And you see that they're doing that as well. They seem to be making things out of blood and random items. They're making their own potions, like witches of old. And they are living, obviously, you can see a lot of them having foil up and boxes, and they're sleeping in this tunnel. They have no home, no place. How do you interact with these Thin Bloods?
I think at first it's just quiet observation, and as that sense of the memory of herself and that kinship that's building there, I think she's kind of just getting, maybe Elvira will notice this too, but she's kind of getting closer to seeing what they're kind of working on, kind of trying to overhear them. She's not, usually in previous interactions, she's obfuscated a lot. She's not attempting to here at all. She's letting herself be seen, which is definitely a new sensation for her, and I don't think she's actually fully aware that she's doing it.
One of them notices this, and he says, "Are you one of the Scourges? Are you one of Heidi's childer?"
I do not recognize the name. I am not.
Well, you kind of look like her.
Oh,
is she?
Is she one of me, then?
One of the clan of the ugly or whatever, yeah.
That's a phrase, for sure. What are you doing here? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm working on my great potion.
Potion, you saying? What is that?
It's going to kill the Witch of Kudam.
And how is it going to do that?
That's not your business.
If my business is to kill the Witch of Kudam, then it is.
We're friends. Which is a fun word to say.
Of the Witch of Kudam, then I definitely shouldn't have told you.
No.
No, we're friends of you, of your goal.
Look, I have been working on this for a very long time. I'm making a potion that will kill the witch. I don't exactly know the specifics of what I'm doing or how, but all I know is that I'm okay. This is going to sound very new agey and weird, but every night when I remix my elixir, I wish I speak to it. I speak for a power to rise that is strong enough to kill her. And someday, it will happen. I have to believe that. Especially with my good hot pot that JJ fixed for me.
So you rely on faith rather than your own hand to kill this witch?
No, I believe my potion will lure something here so strong that she'll be killed. I'm sort of hoping it's the Second Inquisition, because we Thin Bloods can hide from them a lot easier than people like you.
Perhaps we're your blessing. Perhaps we're the ones that you have been looking for.
I don't know what you mean.
We are hunting this witch.
Really?
She's our prey.
You don't look very impressive. I was sort of hoping for someone with a lot of guns. Maybe a bomb?
I do not recognize these words.
I've heard there's lupines in the city, so that would also be acceptable.
We have not guns or bombs or claws like lupines. But I have my blades and my wits. In my mission to kill this witch.
Well, that's
That is all I
great.
need.
That's great news. Good luck. I'll keep working on my potion in the meantime. Do you want to help? And he looks at you, Melita.
Of course. I wouldn't mind giving a little bit of assistance here with this. If you don't mind me having a little closer look at it.
Of course. And he turns around and he shows you a bunch of bottled blood that say potion number 1, potion number 2, potion number 3, and so on and so forth over and over again. There's about 40 there.
I would like to... Man, I'm trying to think of how to properly approach this. I think I want to examine, like, one by one, visually first.
Mm-hmm.
And
They
then...
just look like blood inside of plastic bottles.
You know, it's usually not good to touch without permission. May I?
Yeah,
Take
I
one.
mean, they're not potent anymore, I don't think. Maybe they are, but I don't know what they would do if you drank them. Don't. Or do. I'm not your boss.
And she was going to take... I don't think it matters which one. She's just going to pick up one of them. She's going to pop it open and kind of bring it to her nose and smell it. See if there's anything distinct that's coming out of
You
it.
just smell blood. Couldn't really distinguish what other random ingredients he put in there. like pieces of the Berlin Wall, which is one of the things I have written down. Elvira, these Sin Bloods are annoying. You have no touchstone like Melita seems very interested in them. Some of them aren't cooking in here either, if that's what you want to call it. Some of them are just lazing about. They seem much like Lily, where they just have this sort of hopelessness to them. And you're walking through the tunnel and it just keeps going on and on. There's more and more of them. And maybe there's a part of you that thinks it would be better if they were wiped out. Or maybe there's a part of you that thinks something should be done about this, but you're not just sure what. But as you keep walking, you hit the catacombs area, which is deep, deep into the tunnel. And you hear a voice that says, "Well, you're really not where you're supposed to be."
I think her hand was on the wall as she was walking and thinking. And she'll turn to the voice.
"I see elders finally walk among us. Unfortunately, not the one I was looking for or hoping for."
And who are you hoping for, little one?
And the person removes themselves from behind the catacombs, and she's extremely beautiful. She's tall and thin with dark hair and copper skin. "I was hoping for the child of Hakim, of course. But you are not he."
No, I am not. What business have you with this child?
"He is my everything. I want so badly to serve him. I'm doing everything I can to lure him to my city.
Your city.
Berlin is my city."
Then you must be of great importance here.
"Oh, I am. You can call me Sahira."
Sahira. A gorgeous name. I am Elvira.
"Equally as gorgeous. Now, what would bring someone of your considerable age here?"
Time in memoriam spent in slumber.
"Here in Berlin?"
In the city nearby, Nuremberg, is where I awoke.
It's quite a distance to have come. Who brought you here?
Narrow her eyes. It's of little importance. What's important is I am here now, and I have my mission. As I see, you have a mission of yours.
Yes. Mine requires a cleansing, of course, which is being undertaken. I would love to hear about yours, though. After all, we are of the same clan, you and I.
She tilts her head up, and there's a small smile of a kindred, pun intended, spirit. And she says, a cleansing. Well, I'm undertaking a cleansing of my own. Do you know about an old witch who lives in this city?
She loops her hand into yours, or arm into yours, and sort of walks you down farther into the catacombs. I know everything there is to know about this city.
Walk with her was no issue.
What would you possibly want with the Witch of Kudam?
I want to see her final death.
You're not alone in that endeavor. What makes you think you can do it? She's as old as you, if not older.
I've spent my entire unlife training for this moment. To kill her.
And how long would that unlife have been?
Longer than I'm sure of any Canaanites you know.
Canaanites? What an interesting term. You walk with a air, with a grace that I have not seen in my own time. Only things I read about in books. From what exact era do you hail?
If you must know, young one, 12th century.
And this time in torpor, do you feel the weight of the ages upon you? Has your strength waned in the time that you've slept?
Insight check.
That's super odd. What a weird question for her to ask. Let me pull up the hero sheet really quick.
You don't need to do that.
She doesn't have manipulate. She doesn't very much doesn't have high fucking subterfuge.
Right, no, why would she?
And no hunger dice.
Fuck this bitch. 5 successes.
With 6 successes and a crit, you can't tell anything. She just seems to be genuinely curious about you. She's intense. She hasn't blinked, you don't think? But maybe she's just forgotten that, or let that fall away, that kindred don't need to blink with each other.
Oh, has right. With that, Elvira kind of, if she needed to take in a breath to kind of think for a moment, she would, but she doesn't, so she just pauses. And finally says, yes, the weight of the ages has been heavier than I imagined it would be. It's dreadful, these modern nights.
Do you feel the weight in your soul, or do you feel it in your body?
What a philosophical question for one so young.
I'm not as young as I might look, although I do appreciate the compliment as it was intended. I am most fascinated by Banu Hakim of the Modern Knights. And of course, you're in my city and I care about your well-being.
Well, you are very kind to care, but I believe I could take care of myself while I am here on my mission.
Can you make me a composure and subterfuge roll?
Yes. Oh god, I sure can. It won't be good.
Feel free to spend willpower because I'm gonna spend willpower for Sahira. Cause she, that was worth it. Way worth it. Super worth it.
Fuck. 2 successes.
6 successes again with a crit. I can tell that the weight of the ages has indeed laid heavy upon your mind, your body, your soul, but not your mission, which I find extremely admirable, that you would continue a mission immediately awakening from torpor. However, my mission, and the mission of cleansing Berlin and making a path for Urshalgi, far exceeds whatever petty squabble you have from a millennia ago. And she's gonna lunge at you. Can make me a dexterity athletics roll.
Yes.
I'm gonna rouse her blood as well.
Okay.
She gets hungrier, which is fine.
Which is, I'm sure she's fine with that. 5 successes.
5 to 5. She lunges at you, and you do expertly get out of the way, but just barely. Her fingernails scrape against your skin, and were you mortal, she would have left a mark.
Oh, I see. And without a second thought, I would draw my blades.
She draws blades as well, hidden on her own person. Make me a composure and melee roll, and she will do the same.
Cut along my skin for Scorpion's Touch?
Yes. Yes, you can. That will make it significantly... The DC for Sahira will go down because that'll take a second. And that's a rouse check for Scorpion's Touch.
I fail.
So you get hungrier? You're too hungry?
Yep.
Sahira does have rapid reflexes, but so do you.
Yes. Do you have to activate Fleetness? Oh, it's 1 rouse check.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that next turn. So Composure, Melee, and then Scorpion's Touch is Strength plus Blood Sorcery. Okay. I'm remembering things.
That's going to be if you actually hit her. So don't worry about rolling that yet.
Okay. I'm rolling poopy today. 3 successes.
Sahira's rolling great today. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes. With 8 successes, you swipe the blade. You activate Scorpion's Touch, so your daggers are coated with your sickly vitae. But she's quicker and she's faster. She cuts you on either side, on either shoulder, slices down into your skin. You're gonna take 4 points of superficial damage because these daggers are not regular daggers. They sear and burn in your skin.
Huh. Ow. Okay.
Last round. What would you like to do?
I'll activate Fleetness.
Rouse check.
I get hungrier. I'm doing great, guys.
You have 4 hunger?
I'll take 1 more attack.
Go for it.
I'll attack her 1 more time. So we're at 300. And then we rouse. And then it's composure. There's a lot of dice. Please don't fuck me. And then melee. Plus 1 more for the fucking specialty. Yes, okay. 11 was 2 crits.
Excellent. You recollect yourself. You remember who the hell you are. You are the child of Fatima al-Fakadi. You are not some upstart Assamite like the woman in front of you. You slash her multiple times with your blades again and again, across the throat, down the clavicle, up in between her legs. It's severe and quick and calculated. And you watch her back away from you and blink away.
I'll stand in a ready position, slowly turning as to not have my back in any one spot.
We'll get right
listening for footsteps.
We'll get right back to that. Correct. Okay. You found your way into a fighting pit. You have brutally beaten down 6 contestants in a row. So much so that they are either going to die of their wounds or they are going to be hospitalized for a very long time. And a man comes up to you who's very clearly of Melita's clan. He's trying to hide it very well, this masquerade you keep hearing about, but it's super obvious to you. And he says, Hey, you can take the whole pot home with you, man. You won every round. There's no more fighters who want to fight you. I'm so sorry. There's nothing more we can do for you here. But great fighter. You're really, really good. Great.
Is this all this new age has to offer?
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but yeah, I
Is there
guess.
no one left?
I don't know what you mean. You have to be more specific and maybe come out of the ring. You're dripping in blood and it's getting everywhere and it's hard to clean because, we have to clean it.
He'll gesture to him and say, "You still stand."
I am
Come
not
forth.
a fighter. And he shows us I keeps bets. That's all. Please don't make me get some Adam. If I have to get some Adams and everything is going, then everything's shit and we're gonna be, everyone's gonna be in the shitter.
Would your madam face me?
No, but I mean, she'll make you grovel and get on your hands and knees and kiss her feet.
Bring her.
You bring her. And he points up to the box. You see just a figure in the darkness standing there. The wine glass in their hand.
Karak will point and kind of just gesture.
She holds up her wine glass.
Would it be possible to let me fucking, because I don't have soaring leap or anything like that, but would it be possible to jump forward and activate Weight of the Feather and just kind of like
If you make me a
moon
strength and
landing
athletics,
pop?
and you get 4 successes or more, I'll allow it. Weight of the Feather is more for falling. But yeah.
I had to use willpower, but I got me the 4.
You got 4 successes. Alright, so you jump up onto the balcony. You don't land with a thud because you use Weight of the Feather. And the person who's sitting in front of you is, dressed like anybody you've seen. Not that you would know, but she's wearing, what you might consider nice clothing. It looks like something expensive, something that came from the Silk Road, maybe. She has her hair up in very tightly behind her head. And she's just swishing this wine glass over and over and over again.
Are you the proprietor of this establishment?
I am the proprietor of this establishment.
To whom do I address?
You can call me Lady Nikita.
Lady Nikita. Your fighters have failed you.
They were just mortals. My good fighters I wouldn't let into the ring with you.
Why?
Because I need them.
For what purpose?
For the great revolution that is coming.
Ah, no. Now we see the same. What is this great revolution that you have planned?
Wiping out the Camarilla from Berlin. Of course.
Karak will spit. I only just learned of this Camarilla. These petty wars that you fight. Wouldn't you rather test your fighters to be sure that they're ready?
You don't fight for any purpose. Except for trauma, of course. I don't need them pitted against someone who has nothing to lose.
Then you don't raise warriors.
I don't. I raise leaders.
You will raise corpses. Bring me one, Lady Nikita, for all the joy that I have brought you this evening, for everything that I have shown you, for everything that I have given you. Am I not owed this? You can keep your money. You can keep your pot. Give me one.
Can you make me a composure and resolve roll?
I absolutely can. It probably won't be great. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be
That's not
awesome.
terrible. I could have asked you for an intelligence roll. Could have asked you for worse.
Could I arouse the blood?
Absolutely.
I get hungry. Oh, also, is this a discipline to affect? Oh God, what is the wording? I have unswayable mind. Is what I'm trying to say. Is that
Yes.
Is this
This is a presence power. This isn't me tricking you with an Auspex power like last time.
Oh, 6. 10 successes with a crit.
Yeah. She attempts to use some sort of swaying ability on you and doesn't work, whatever it is. And you stand against it. But as you stand against it, a voice whispers in your mind. Low chuckle.
What are you?
I'm hurt. I've been with you all these years. We slept together.
You're not the creature I hear.
I was once the Prince of Paris. Until you decided to take in my soul.
The weakling. The hedonist. The sycophant.
Not so weak and hedonistic now. You weren't able to destroy me. And here I am.
Watch now, hedonistic prince, as I take your bloodline once more.
Sure. Why not? It's not like we're going to be around that much longer anyway. Don't you hear it? You can't hear the drums of war? They're calling to you. Or maybe I just hear them first.
I've heard them all my life. It's no different now.
Not like this. Something older than you. Can you believe it?
I will not be commanded.
Sure. Me neither.
And both to the voice in his head and to the woman, he will kind of growl out, I will not be chained.
Then you will be removed. And can you make me an intelligence and resolve roll, please?
Absolutely, that's going to be a lot worse. And then I have a question, Huddy.
Mm-hmm.
What supersedes what? A regular crit or a messy crit?
How many crits do you have total?
So I have a crit on a black die, well, 2 crits on a black die, and then a crit on the hunger die. So it's three total. But
Yeah.
One of them is
So I will let
messy.
the normal supersede it.
Got it. I should count then. 7 with a sitting bestial if I failed this.
Okay. I'm not going to count it as a bestial at all. However, she did get 8 with a crit, having roused her blood and also spent willpower, because she really wants you out of her establishment. And she says to you with not mass manipulation, mesmerize. She says, "You will leave my fighting pit, and you will forget its location."
Kurok will silently depart. The same way he came. The weight of the feather still activated, kind of leaping down and...
As you leave and depart silently, the voice in your head says, "Oh, what happened?"
When he is outside, he'll kind of shake his head.
You can shake it all you want to. I'll still be here.
To what annoyance.
Well, for 800 years, I was talking to no one. But now I get to talk to you. I'm so happy.
I admire you, clinging to life as you do, fighting to the bitter end.
Hey,
But I'll find a way to be rid of you.
it's our life now.
No. It's mine. You just
Okay.
get to watch me live it.
I always was a voyeur.
This city. Well, this time. You're just as lost as I am.
Oh no, I've been conscious the whole time. The things I heard. I'm afraid I'm far more suited to the modern world than you, but it doesn't matter. None of it's gonna matter as soon as you start hearing it, like I am. I just can't make your legs move.
I wear no chains.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
And Karak will start to sniff out his friends, trying to find them.
That we'll all catch up with before you go to Elysium next episode. But finally, Adonais. Been traveling with Lily to this district called Wedding, which is a strange thing to call a district, even in the modern nights. I say every time I have to mention it. You're sitting on the tram. The tram is empty. And Lily didn't sit next to you when she sat down. She sat down in a booth all by herself and sort of curled her legs up to herself and sort of buried her head in her knees. Do you attempt to sit next to her, or do you sit away from her and let her have her moment?
I think he'll let her have a moment, or he sits down. What's wrong?
I just hate this city. I hate it.
And what if someone could give you the power to destroy it?
Why would I want to destroy a city?
I don't mean the city. I mean the things that you hate.
I can't destroy the things that I hate.
If you could, would you?
Would I go back and stop myself from becoming a thin blood? Yes. Would I go back and stop Cassian from becoming what he is? Yes. Would it mean I wouldn't have my son? I could live with that.
Could you?
Not now that I've had him, but no, if I could...
You could make it so he never existed in the first place. You don't have to hide your shame from me.
I hate my kind. I hate your kind, too.
What happens to that boy if you trip and break your neck?
What happens to any mother who trips and breaks their neck? The boy doesn't have a mother anymore. What kind of question is that?
If I could give you the opportunity to be what I am, would you take it?
What are you talking about? You can't embrace me. I'm already cooked. Just done wrong.
I'm here to accomplish a task. That task has been passed down to me by wise women for 1,000 years. And when that task is done, I will depart this place. This world. My time is over. And rather than go into that night and let whatever nobility burns in my blood die, I would give it to a mother to protect her child. Would you take it or not?
Do I have to answer you right now?
No, I assume you understand that it was primarily rhetoric.
I don't.
But if you would seek claim to the blood, I'm tired. And the first act of your existence as a Cainite should be mercy.
I'll think about it. But you have to understand that's a really overwhelming fucking thing to ask somebody.
I do, and I don't. I feel more human than I've ever felt, but I don't know the you I don't know this world. I know you by the strength of your character. But this world is as foreign to me as far-off lights in the night sky, those dapplings of the brain matter of Odin's father dappling the sky, this dome of his skull.
Strength of the character. My strength of my character is hanging on by a thread.
And that's why you deserve it.
Well, Adonais, that's the nicest thing anyone said to me all night.
Until you can make a choice, you still have the option of partaking of my vitae. It will invigorate you, heal you if necessary. I would not see your boy become an orphan. Certainly not on my account. Or these layabout monsters that I've dragged through the centuries with me.
You're all monsters. Sorry, even the ones who were just made like a decade ago are monsters. Because they think that they're older than they are, or they think their pedigree is better than it is, and they're more special than they are, and then they make people like us. Their blood is thinner, too thin to make childer, and then they discard us.
Adonais will reach out and take her face in both of his hands. You are the only person I have known. In the 1,000 years I've been alive, not of my blood, to understand what it is to be the living vengeance of God. They spit on you, look down upon you. They have created their own anathema. You are fury, given form, the redemption of the blood of Cain, life coming from unlife, the breakers of curses. You are not born to this dusk. You are the flame which burns away the old world.
She sort of takes your hands and puts them down, puts them on your lap. She keeps her hands there. You are very, very intense. I'm not saying that like a negative thing. I will think about it, okay? What are you hoping to get out of going to see a descendant of yours in wedding? What are we doing?
I'm looking for hope. That's all.
Isn't her just being alive hope?
No.
I don't want to see her like me, though. Is the
You
thing.
don't have to.
Okay, she maybe shouldn't see you with a third eye in your forehead.
I'll pull my hat down.
Okay, she's the next stop.
Do you still call them census takers?
Yes?
Then I know what I need to know.
I'm so confused.
Does she speak like because she's been speaking to her in Greek this entire time?
Mm-hmm.
Do I need you to translate, or?
I mean, yeah, probably. She grew up in Germany and she didn't know her parents.
Is there a chance that she knows the tongue of our people? My people?
I would have no way of knowing. I certainly don't know it.
I understand.
You can try, but just keep your hat down. Get off the tram, and she walks you the very short stop over to where the house is. If Isolde sees me and I look like this, I look way too young.
I'll handle it.
Okay. I'll just be waiting by the Haltestelle.
He'll take the duffel bag off his shoulder and hand it to her.
Oh, this is exceptionally heavy.
Swing the heavy side towards them. You'll get the hang of it.
Yep. Okay.
And he'll walk up to the door and knock.
You knock. Strapping young lad opens the door. And you look at him, you swear that it's Flan, your oldest son.
I'll smile. And he'll speak Greek to him.
Mm-hmm. And he sort of looks curiously at you, and he attempts to speak Greek back to you. It's poor and confusing, and he's missing a lot of syntax to his words, but he does attempt it. And he asks, "Who are you?"
A census taker.
He doesn't know those words, but he calls for his mother. Eventually you hear her come down. She's tall and fair-haired, and she puts her arms around her son, obviously her son. There's a little girl also clinging to her skirts. Do you speak to her in Greek?
Mm-hmm. Just say, I'm looking for Isolde.
She speaks back to you in Greek. Her Greek is significantly better. But it's very highbrow and almost strangely worded, as if she learned Greek by reading, not by speaking. And she asks you, are you from the Arcanium? Which you don't know what that is.
I think it's best if we have this conversation not in front of the children.
She looks to her son, and she says that Garibald is an initiate.
To him. None. Very well. I have no idea what your Arcanium is.
Then who are you?
Just an old man looking for hope, I guess.
And she sort of hugs her children to her tighter.
They're in no danger from me, lady.
Did something happen to my daughter? Are you here about Leonie?
So you've had an entire brood to carry on the McNeil blood?
Well, they are not McNeils, they're Clixes, and she looks down at them and smiles. They have my husband's name.
And yet no true son or daughter of the Emerald Isle would ever bow to a surname of the land of broken tongues.
I have no connection with my family. They died, and I was orphaned here.
You do today, then. You will remember this day in conundrum for hundreds of moments, of days, of lifetimes. Your family found you, Isolde. I found you.
Garibald is trying to follow along, but he's struggling, and the little one, who you don't know her name, but she's speaking in German, and she's trying to get her mother's attention. She doesn't understand what's going on.
He'll crouch down for a moment, looking at the little one with a smile on his face. And look back up to Isolde. My greatest regret in my life is that I never had a daughter of my own.
She looks wary of you, confused, nervous.
Do you know what I am?
Are you one of the prodigals?
I am the hand of God, an angel descended from on high.
She moves her children closer behind her.
Be not afraid, Isolde McNeil.
I will ask you politely to leave my home.
I will. Mean you no ill will, no harm. I merely wish to see what my blood has been distilled to.
As you turn and as you leave, she yells out a curse to you. You can tell it from context that it's a curse. You don't speak enough German to know. But she calls you something foul and slams the door.
Smile. Looking back over his shoulder, knowing that though her tongue may be broken like the people of this land, that is the fire of an Irish heart to curse someone who comes with ill breath to your door.
And I think on that note, that is a perfect place to end episode 3 like curious static.